In today's live stream video, I'm going to discuss with my guest his reselling business, including how to sell Disney, toys, and more. If you are a reseller, then you are definitely in the right place. Every Wednesday I have a live stream, and I usually interview another reseller and have them share their tips, tricks, and techniques to make us more knowledgeable and profitable resellers. Appreciate you guys all being here. Just going to say hello to a few people in the chat, and we shall get started very shortly. I saw Randy was in the chat earlier. Thank you, sir, for moderating, Mr. Randy. Anna's in the chat. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. And we also have, I think, Mike Flipping Goodies was in the chat. Lisa C's in the chat, and Bobby, the cat guy, and JT. So, going to bring my guest on. We're going to have him introduce himself, and we're going to have to change things up a little bit, but we'll get into that. I just want to have Geno come on and introduce himself, and then we shall get started. Hello,
hi, everybody. How you doing, everybody? I want to tell you before we start, I'm feeling a little low today because I'm not up to par, but I'm going to try to let's see how far we get.
Okay, so basically, guys, I'm going to have Geno introduce himself, and unfortunately, Geno is not feeling well, but he's a trooper, and he was more than gracious to come on and try to work through this a little bit. So we're just going to have a shorter version with Geno, but we're very fortunate because Geno has brought in his thrifting partner, Ann, found in Granny's Attic. So we'll bring Ann on, and we'll have her discuss some reselling with you as well. So, guys, I say I have this. I'm big on these old sayings. One of my sayings is "Come hell or high weather." I'm going to have a live stream every Wednesday. Again, Geno's not feeling well, but we are going to persevere for a little bit. Have Geno discuss a little bit about his reselling business, and then we'll bring Geno on another time, and when he's 100%, and we'll do it that way. But don't go anywhere because we're going to have Ann on to talk about reselling. All right, sir, why don't you tell us a little bit about your reselling business, how you got involved in reselling, and a little bit about yourself.
Well, about, I guess, 15 years ago, I was buying storage rooms before Storage Wars, and that's when I caught the bug. You found treasures in the storage rooms, and search. It's like treasure hunting without climbing a mountain or going down into a tunnel, right. Or a cave. And I just fell in love with it, and I still love it to today. I got a little bit too old to do storage rooms because my back went out and 2 hernia operations.
Ooh, okay.
But now I could just go to Goodwills and garage sales and Salvation Armies. And I live in Florida, so that's why I like Disney stuff. I live about 35 minutes from Florida.
From Orlando, from Disney World. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what did you do before that? What kind of were you involved in? Business? What kind of business were you involved in? Were you had your own business, or what did you do?
Well, when I first started, I used to drive and train trotters and pacers.
Wow.
That was in my 20s into my early 30s.
No kidding. Okay.
And then after that, I opened up a video rental store, like Blockbuster. Remember the old Blockbusters? I had 3 of them. And then lastly, before I got into storage, I opened up an arcade. I had an arcade down in Jersey near Summers Point down there.
Right. Geno was, I wouldn't call him a neighbor, but he lived about 60 miles from me. We call it down the shore. So if Maggie comes in the chat, Maggie, we call it down the shore. We're the Delaware Valley, Philadelphia, we call it down the shore.
If you're from Jersey, it's down the shore. It's always down the shore. No beach.
Right.
It's the shore.
No, it's not the beach. It's the shore.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I don't want to keep you real long here. Did you want to maybe just show a couple Disney items? And like I said, guys, please don't go anywhere. We're going to have Ann on right after with Geno. I just want to have Geno come on because I promised you guys I would have Geno on. Unfortunately, Geno's not feeling well, but we're definitely going to reschedule him. So talk to him for a few more minutes, and we'll bring his thrifting partner on in.
What's happening? It's a lung issue, so I'm having a little tough time breathing. But we'll see how long I can go with it.
Okay. Did you want to just show up a couple Disney pieces and we'll bring on later? How did you want to work? Guys, we're kind of like playing by ear here. We're kind of
well, I'd like to finish how I got my YouTube. We're worked up to and then about
perfect.
I think it was 3 years ago.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just was watching a few YouTube channels and I said I can do that. Little did I know how bad you are when you first start doing YouTube. But I said okay, and I just started doing YouTube and I fell in love with that. Editing's not so much fun, but the final product's great.
Yeah, and you said you try to bring like a little humor to your videos.
Yeah, if you go to my channel page, it'll say, if you like thrifting and if you like making money And if you like laughing, then you come to the right place. And I think I supply all those three things.
Okay, so guys, I have Geno, his link to his YouTube channel and also to his eBay store. And like I said, unfortunately, Geno is not feeling well, but we do have Ann here that's going to join us. So, Geno, obviously, I don't want to keep you. You're not feeling well, my friend. Do you want to just say a few parting words, or how do you want to do it?
No, I could show you some Disney. I got my little.
Okay, let's show. We'll show a little Disney, and then we'll bring Ann on. Okay.
You know, you would ask me about Disney. Now, I'm not an expert with Disney, but I live so close to Disney World that I come across Disney. Every Goodwill has Disney in it and stuff.
Right.
So, and you were asking me like what Disney to look for. The thing about Disney is it's all bolo almost, be on the lookout for, because everything sells. I've never met a Disney product that didn't. But you can look for like names on Disney, which is important.
Okay.
Like from 1980 up to today, they just write Disney on the bottom of their items. Oh, Disney always puts their name on everything.
Okay.
So you have to know that. And then from the 40s to the 70s, they put on Walt Disney products on the bottom. And if you can just get to know those things, in the 20s, it was Walt E. Disney. And that's the old stuff. That's worth fortune.
I was just watching. You and I both know, Johnny Kidger's resellers, and I was watching his auction earlier today. Johnny has his auction on Wednesdays, and they had some Disney things on. I'm thinking, and I'm doing some research, and they looked like they were like Lego brand, but they were Disney, I guess, licensed by Disney.
Yeah.
And so, are there any things like I said? Obviously, you have access to a lot of Disney things. Are there any things you think that again, you're in Florida, you were in Jersey. Is there anything like maybe bolos that you think? I said everything Disney sells, obviously.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not one thing. I mean, like I said, I just picked up this for, I think it was $3 at Goodwill. And it's, it switches. I don't want to turn it on because, hey.
Yeah, we'll probably get a copyright straight for the music.
Yeah. And she spins around, and it's 3 different princesses. And this will go for like $25.
And you pay $3.
Yeah, and I paid $3 for it.
Wow.
And that's just something I got today that happens to be sitting, not today, the other day.
Right, I understand.
And here's one that I thought was cool. Everybody loves the princesses and the princes. Well, this is a picture frame from Disney. It's all the evil ones, the villains.
Okay.
And I thought that's really cool. I haven't listed this yet, but
what is that in the mirror? Is it just a mirror, or does it do something?
It's a picture frame.
A picture frame, okay.
And all the villains are around it. It's really nice. Yeah, it's a desk on your desk. It's really cool.
Okay,
But
well let's bring Ann on, and we'll bring her on. And like I said, guys, unfortunately Geno is not feeling well, so we're gonna play it by ear. And Geno, whenever you're ready, my friend, I would love to reschedule. I don't want to keep you too long.
Okay.
So let's have Ann introduce herself. Oh, you're muted. I'm sorry. Did I mute you or you're muted? That's my fault. I had you muted. All right, now we're good.
Hi everyone, I'm Ann. I'm Geno's sidekick, and I have an eBay store, and also I'm starting a YouTube channel. But I met Geno 2 years ago. I started doing eBay when the shutdown happened, and then I met him a little over 2 years ago in Goodwill.
Yeah, we did.
The rest is history.
The rest is history. We've been friends ever since. Hello, Angie.
There's Angie.
And the cat guy,
Angie.
he just steals my hat and leaves. Old hippie girl. She's in Florida too. She's one of my regulars, and I like her a lot. Her name's Joan. Hi, Joan.
Hi, Joan. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, Geno has a fan club.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have a fake club. I did get all spruced up for you, Geno. I got a haircut. I got a cheap haircut. I had my facial hair trimmed and everything for you.
Yeah, Anne's got her hair down tonight.
For me?
Anne's got her hair down.
Oh, you usually wear it up? Okay.
Yes, when I'm thrifting, I wear it up.
How have you been doing with Disney? You find a lot of Disney things as well when you're out thrifting with Geno?
Not as much as Geno. Geno has an eye for the Disney, and he usually gets to them before I do. But
I'll put her down.
Yeah, but I do keep my eye out. I've sold a few Disney things, not a lot like Geno.
So the only thing I will stay away from a little is the Disney snow globes, because the water weighs so much. It costs you like $12, $13 to ship them.
All right, there's a pro tip: stay away from the snow globe because it's heavy to ship because of the water.
I mean, unless the globe's on eBay for $200, I mean, then you put the shipping, you don't care. But real heavy stuff's kind of tough. When I had the storage room, God, I wish I had a picture of that. I found a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It was a ceramic piece. It listed retail for $3,500, and it was in a storage room.
Wow.
I ended up selling it overseas for $1,200 because it had a little crack in it, but they just fixed it.
Now you said they did like a Florida storage wars, and is that available on YouTube, or can you find that somewhere?
You can still go to A&E and
okay, on A&E. Okay, and what was it called?
That's Storage Wars Miami.
Okay, and you were one of the featured.
No, I wasn't the feature.
You weren't a feature.
But I'm in every one except one. But I'm in the background. You'll hear me. I bid and stuff. Like
you didn't go. Yup.
No, I wasn't on with him. He was on the regular one.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Absolutely.
I bid though. I didn't yup though.
Okay. And again, you're not doing that now. And I talk to people that do storage wars, and I haven't had Wade Venture on my channel in many, many moons. And Wade and I became a little friendly through. I tell you, I was friendly with Casey and on his chat and his moderating, and Wade was friendly with Casey. And then I met him when I went out to eBay Open a couple of times, and I was hanging out with Wade and his mother at the Mandalay Bay, gambling a little bit. So Wade is still into storage auctions and does very well with them. So I'm planning on having Wade on, and maybe I'll have another storage auction person. And I know it's different now with the virtual auctions as opposed.
Yeah,
to
they're all online. You used to have so much camaraderie and competition too, but you could make deals with guys when you were in person. Now everything's online. It's tough.
Well, that blew up too when they had Storage Wars became so popular. Everybody was going to.
Then everybody wanted to go. I've been to some auctions. There was 100 people. That's ridiculous amount.
100 people. Wow.
That one's, for 3 units, 3 storage rooms.
So people are bidding on somebody's trash that's going up for $100 or somebody's trash, right?
And that's what happened. Most of this is trash, and you got to go to a flea market and dump it, pots and pans and plates. On Storage Wars, they show you the diamond rings and this and the Disney thing they found for $5,000 or something like that. No, that's not the way it works.
Well, I don't want to get you in trouble, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I heard that some of those things were not actually in those units. They were put in those units, but I don't want to put you on the spot, so we're not going to say it.
No,
we're not going to go there.
Say it anyway. But I was there as an expert at the beginning when they bid on the rooms.
Right.
When you see them going through the rooms, I wasn't there anymore because that's what the regular guy did.
Gotcha.
But I've heard it's called salting the room. But I know, I mean, you don't want to watch a room everybody finds dirty underwear every week. So I'm sure they do something.
Yeah, we're not going to sell used underwear on eBay, right?
Yeah.
Although I hear some women's bras do very well. Some like Victoria's Secret things they do very well with those on eBay. I wouldn't know what to look for, but.
I mean, I used to buy 2 or 3 storage rooms a week, so I did make some nice scores.
Okay. And I always talk about networking and having, friends and things. Did you have people that you would like sell off things? Like maybe you didn't want to sell clothing, would you sell things off, or would you have people to help you clean them out, or how did you do that?
Some people like to sell furniture. I hated to sell furniture. So I would buy the room, bid on it if I wanted, and I'd sell the furniture right to him immediately, and he'd take the furniture. At a cut rate price, but I didn't want to carry it, so that would be good.
Right. And right now you're selling on eBay and you do Facebook Marketplace, and you're also shipping with Facebook Marketplace.
Yes, I got yelled at the other day, but
what happened? Do tell.
I sold a pocketbook on Facebook and on eBay the same day. So you have to cancel. It's the same pocketbook.
You got to cancel Facebook because eBay's going to give a strike.
Yeah, so I had to tell Facebook that I didn't have the item, and they sent me a warning. Don't do that again, or you'll lose your right to ship. It was my fault, but
right.
It had to sell that day, just within an hour or so. So. Oh well.
Lisa said, "What does Lisa have to say?" Undies, mattresses, and was it I guess remains. I guess like.
I've never found remains. I found I did. I found puppy remains. It was a
okay,
but never people's remains.
Yeah, well, you can find all kinds of things, right? I mean, I watched a couple of the guys. I'm not friendly with, but I know them and they know me. We're Facebook friends, and they like Grimes finds. I mean, they go in and they find all
Yes,
kinds of
Harry,
things. They find guns and things and craziness.
Well,
And,
I will tell you this, so you don't think it's just all dirty underwear. I would save everything, the earrings. You'd find one earring or a ring or something.
right.
And at the end of the year, I traded in all the gold and I got $5,000. So it does add up.
Sure. Absolutely.
Bama picking. Hi, Bama picking.
John was on the channel. Crystal was on the channel. Crystal, I'm going to have you on in the future. Now, Crystal has talked her husband into getting involved with the reselling business. So I believe, Crystal, obviously will ask you on the show, but I believe he's still working a full-time job. But he's involved now with a reselling business.
Oh, yeah. Someone put up Granny's Attic link, please.
Thank you. If you Google it, you find a singing group.
Hello,
a
Brennan.
full singing group.
Well, I would do it, Randy, if you can, or Michelle. I think Crystal's a moderator too. Crystal's probably pretty good with it. So it's found in Granny's Attic. Will that come up if they put that?
If
with
you
YouTube?
just put it beside of my name, if they're a moderator, and click the little dots, it'll come up.
I don't know if you're a moderator.
If you're a moderator, you can get it.
Let me go into my YouTube chat. I have that popped open, and we'll see.
I'm just on StreamYard, so I can't see.
Yeah. That's it. Don't get me started. I've been on StreamYard for many moons, and I keep asking them to let you guys type in the chat, and they don't allow it. So, and when you want to pop it in the pop something in the chat, just say hello or something, and I'll share that.
Yeah.
Oh, Crystal's got it. There you go. Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Crystal. Thank you.
And Ann's been a big help. It gets lonely out there on the road because I go thrifting 5-6 days a week. And when I found Ann, she became a good friend of mine, and she has a good eye for stuff too. So
we have a lot of fun. We joke and laugh. We make have a lot of bloopers, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I told him he needs to make a video of just bloopers. It would just be
there's
hilarious.
a lot of bloopers.
Now, do you use a good? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sometimes he just leaves the bloopers in. It's really funny.
Well, you can do a little bloopers reel too.
Uh-huh.
Well, sometimes the bloopers, I'm too busy cursing at myself, so I leave them out. But when they're funny, I'll leave them in every once in a while.
Right. Yeah, Harry, I know. I'm just this little discombobulated with Geno not feeling well, so I'm a little off kilter. I'm trying to get through this the best I can, and Geno's been a trooper, and guys, and I've shared with you I have a lot of health issues as well. So I mean, obviously I don't have Geno's health issues, but we all struggle sometimes, and I believe me, I understand.
There's Kathy. We've met Kathy.
Yeah, with Kathy. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Geno and Ann, there you go. So she's in your area.
Well, she happened to be traveling this way, and we met her in Goodwill. We met her in Goodwill, and then we went out to lunch. We did plan on lunch. We had lunch not too long ago.
Okay, so you did like a little mini meetup.
Yeah, we did a little mini meetup. We met her husband. He stole my wallet. I want my wallet back.
So Geno, that's part of his channel, the little humor.
You got to have the humor in there.
Absolutely. But I just saw on Kristen, Rural Squirrel, who's my guest on my channel one time, and love Kristen, love her energy. I'm sure she's watching the replay, or she might pop in later today. But she hooked up with Rachel Strickland. Most of you guys probably know who Rachel Strickland is.
Yeah, I know Rachel.
So they went out thrifting together. So Kristen's a big bins person. I guess Geno, you don't do the bins, do you, or do you sometimes do the bins?
Me?
The Goodwill outlets. Do you get involved with the bins at Goodwill Outlet?
There's no bins around here.
There's no bins around Orlando.
And you want to know something else? There's no Salvation Armies around here.
Okay.
So when I was living down in Fort Lauderdale, it was all of those things, but not up here.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware
When
of that.
When I went on vacation, I discovered the bins, and I told Geno we got to find some bins. I hear there might be one in Orlando. I don't know.
Oh, there is one in Orlando. Okay, but you said you guys are like 30 miles.
35, 40 minutes.
So we'll go over there one day. That would be fun.
Yeah, the bins are a different experience, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I haven't been.
I liked it. It was
fun.
You
liked it? Okay.
But I didn't get in.
Did you sharpen your elbows and let people out of the way?
I went away from people and went to the old bins, and there was plenty of good stuff there.
Okay, great.
Most people were looking for clothes. It was a lot of I guess people with kids, and maybe people that are getting clothes to send to family or something.
Well, it's craziness now, especially around, I'm sure it's everywhere in the country with the way the economy is, and people are just flooding the Goodwills, and I go in there, it's like, yeah. Like the other day, I had to run some errands, and I hadn't been this one. I was telling Geno we were talking, pre-chat, and I said that I had gone to this outlet I hadn't been for a while, and it was like it was packed. I mean, I actually did a mini video. I would share it, but it probably won't look right on my phone. But there had been 100 cars in the parking lot. And I walk in, it's like, well, it's craziness here, and I don't really know what they have available. So I think, well, I kind of know jeans. Like I said, well, women's jeans can be difficult for me to sell. I'm not finding like the distressed and the skinny cuts, all those things. I have the old-fashioned boot cuts and straight legs. I said, well, let me just look at the men's jeans. I mean, I kind of know men's jeans a little bit. So I find like garbage, Walmart, garbage. I'm like flipping through it, right? Then I find something. Oh, American Eagle, $15. Wait a minute. flip. Levi's, $15. And it was a blue tag day. I didn't say a single blue tag. Now, granted, I got there a little late because I was running errands. I think I got there like 11:30. So I'm sure, and you could tell there was a lot of resellers there. And there were a lot of people looking for bargains.
Right. We've noticed that too.
So there's a lot of competition.
10,000 more people that now thrift because of YouTube, that's for sure. But I was there, one of the first. You want to see something I got that's cool?
Absolutely. I just want to read Crystal's comment here. She says, Angel and I have fun at the bins, and we both are only looking for clothing. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. Sure, absolutely, Jim. I'll put you on full screen. Okay.
I think that 2 days ago, me and Ann were walking out of Goodwill, and they have a counter where they have expensive stuff. But this was laying on top of it, the other stuff you have to ask for. And it's a sarcophagus for like the pharaohs.
Sure.
And here's the scarab on top. And it's a jewelry box. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. It was $6. And I looked them up and they go for like $150. I love this thing. I almost want to keep it for myself. It's so well made. It's just really cool. And I thought you might want to see that.
Wow,
really
so
cool.
that was $150. Now, did you just look that up on eBay, or you use Google Lens, or what did you use?
I've been using Google Lens more. I wasn't for a long time, but it's so easy. You just snap it and see.
Yeah, I use that a lot when I'm out like yard selling. Although yard sales here with the heat, there haven't been. I'm sorry, Anna, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
I was going to say Google Lens works better now than it used to.
Yes.
Yes, much better.
So again, we have and I shouldn't say again. That's bad for me. That's bad. Adam, don't do that. You keep saying and again all the time. But
Kathy said she's been thrifting for 40 years. You're not that old, Kathy. Come on.
Reselling.
She's just a baby.
Thrifting for 40 years, reselling for 18 months. Okay, guys. So 99% of you probably know this, and I don't know how well my webcam is going to adjust, but you can see I have Google up there in the corner. So you just click on Google, and then you're going to see a little camera. How well that's going to focus.
It's
but
showing.
then you click on the camera, and I'm going to take a picture of my water bottle here. Let's see.
Now, Harry's been thrifting for 40 years plus.
Okay, I took a picture of my water bottles. You can see my keyboard here. Up. It caught my mouse. So tell me what my mouse is. So guys, cool. if you're not using Google Lens, it's free.
Oh, yeah. And you can even add words in if it comes to something close. Like I took a picture of a toy horse and it came up with real horses. You can write toy in and then it'll get rid of the real ones and show you the toys.
Oh, okay. That's a good tip. That's a pro tip. Absolutely. Okay.
Or if you sell on eBay, you can put up eBay and then it pulls up the other items that are selling on eBay.
Okay, so when you take a picture, you put like eBay up in the search engine?
Yeah, well, I forget what it says. What does it say? And when you put add more or describe more?
I think it's a search bar. You can bring it up. Mm-hmm. And that helps. We just discovered that about a month ago.
I wasn't aware of that. That's great. Okay, so just repeat that again because I'm trying to pay attention to the chat.
When you take the picture and it gives you the picture, then if you scroll it up, it'll say search and you can put in. Is that right, Geno? Double check me on that.
I am going to do it right now because I do it second nature. You take a picture. I'll take a picture of my tape.
Harry says 40 years, smarty pants.
41.
Todd did his first.
Add to your search. It's up on top. and it says add to your search. So say I took a picture of tape. It doesn't mean anything.
That's fine. That's fine.
And then if you wanted eBay tape, just write eBay in there or something, and it'll search just for eBay tape. And it's pretty cool that they do that.
That is great. Yeah, guys. So if you're not using Google Lens, take advantage of it. It's free.
Yes, it is.
And eBay now has where you can do the scanner thing, but I haven't had much luck with that.
Scan. I don't know. So you're saying scanner?
It'll scan. You can take a pic. It has a little camera up there now.
Oh, you're saying about UPCs? Yeah.
Yeah, like if you want to scan the back of a book or something.
I do that when I'm doing retail arbitrage. I'll scan the UPCs. Yeah. Or you'll scan like the ISBN number. Is that what you're doing too?
Yes.
On books.
I don't use the text scanner.
It helps with the books. Yeah, Geno doesn't really do it, but I do it occasionally, and sometimes it works. But I haven't really used it a lot yet.
I don't know if you guys can see Tommy's comment here. He goes,
fun
fact, Harry's first short sales finds were stone newspaper and a fresh dinosaur bone.
And Harry sold it. That's good.
Excellent. Harry probably made some money off of that too.
Harry sold it to Prince Flintstone.
And Geno is so funny. I mean, like, he comes up with skits for me to do that are just, I don't know where he gets them. He's very creative.
What kind of skits do you do? You dance and sing, or what are you doing there?
I played the piano the other day, or the organ, and I played the drums. He hasn't put me playing the drums on yet.
I'm sorry, I hate going to my face, but I got a cold. So
I jump on a trampoline. I race through Goodwill with the cart. I mean, just whatever he wants me to do, I'm doing it.
We have fun. We laugh and we joke about it.
So, like, you'll go into like a Goodwill and you'll see like a keyboard, and Ann starts playing the keyboard.
That's my new thing, the instruments. Yeah.
Okay.
I had a person write me and go, "Well, how do you come up with your little skits?" I said, "They kind of write themselves. I don't go out saying I'm going to do this today."
Okay. You kind of improvise it. You improvise it. Sure.
Yeah, you improvise at the moment. Some of them come out really funny. I don't know if you watched the last one with the bar scene when people cheer.
I watched like 3/4 of the video, but I didn't see that section of it.
Oh, that was very. I thought when I think they're funny, then I assume most people will. So. See, Kathy said I was shy.
He is shy. Geno is very shy around people. I like to chit chat. I'm a teacher. I teach kindergarten, so I'm used to talking like all day long, but Geno's a little shy.
If you get me going, then I'm not shy, but I have to get.
I don't know. I hear he has a fan club. I hear the ladies really like Geno.
Yeah.
At least that's what I've been told.
He's a ladies' man. He's
as soon as someone comes up to recognize me, Ann walks in the middle. She stops.
She stops that.
This is what I told Geno. I want him to make some business cards, and I'll be handing them out. I've gotten a bunch of people to sign up for YouTube. I'll just say, "Oh, go to Geno's channel. He has a YouTube." But I'd hand out business cards if he'd make some.
Yeah, I'll get
Got to have business cards, guys. And I'm going to repeat myself. Sometimes it sounds like a broken record, but there's a reason I repeat things. Get your business cards, and keep in mind you don't have to give them your regular quote unquote phone number. You can give them a Google Voice phone number, and it'll forward to your phone number. It's going to come right to your cell phone. But I have a Google Voice number that I use, and if say you're going out to an estate sale or a yard sale, and you tell the people it's like, if you have a lot of things left over, here's my card. Give me a call. I'd be willing to maybe make a deal, package you. I'll buy everything from you.
Yeah, I'm just saying hello.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying hello to people in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Craig is in the chat. Lizette is in the chat. Lizette posted on my Instagram. She was excited that you were a guest, I tell you, all these ladies love you.
Yeah, well. I try to be nice.
There you go. One thing I did notice when let me do a share screen again. Are you doing okay for now, Geno? Are you okay?
I'm labored, but go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, guys, just so you know, Geno has been a trooper. He's not feeling very well, so we're trying to do the best we can, and we're very fortunate that he reached out to Ann, and Ann's coming on. And Crystal, if you can post her link again to Ann's channel, she's trying to grow her YouTube channel. So Ann is Geno's thrifting partner, and I guess sometimes his lunch partner as well. So with Geno not feeling well, he reached out to Ann, and we're very fortunate that Ann is joining us and trying to help us out. So if Geno's not feeling well, he might be leaving a little bit early, but we're going to persevere here. I do have your eBay store up, so let me pull that up, and maybe you could just look at some of the items you have for sale on your eBay store.
Understanding,
Grandma Pitkin's not a lady, and he loves me. That's good.
Yeah, it's funny. We look at the people who watch Geno. We follow it. It's really cute, like older women. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get the stats in your thing. It's like 80% of the people that watch my channel are women.
I tell you, ladies, man, Geno, you got something going on there, my friend. All right, let me make this. Oh, we're getting a little bit of feedback for some reason. Okay, let me bring that up.
Hey, that's my site.
That is your store, my friend.
Yes, it is.
That looks familiar.
Looks familiar.
There's some Disney stuff on there. I just can't.
Here's a lot of what are I don't even know what Roblox are or Roblox, is that what they're called?
I bought a big giant. Oh, this is a good. I might do this on one of my videos. Go through my store.
Okay.
I bought a big giant bag of just figures, and I broke them up into what they were. These are Robo-Blocks.
Robo-Blocks. Okay.
And I don't know exactly what they are either. And
okay. That makes two of us.
But you don't have to know. Just know that they're sellable.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of, like I told you, I went to that thrift store earlier in the week, and I saw a bunch of people.
There's a Disney picture frame. Right there, third one over, right there. That's Disney.
Okay. $15.95. Buy it now. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now to the, I don't know, your left, that little house.
Yep. Okay, right here.
That's that right next to the picture frame, that tall little house thing.
Right, the handcrafted.
I can't read them. Like
canal house. Okay.
Well,
the one that's $8.95.
It says that I can't see because my screen's too small that I can't see.
Okay.
It says hand painted Dutch. Yeah, that.
Yeah. Right.
That one's not, but they look exactly like that. If you find them and it says KLM on the bottom, that's Royal Dutch Airlines. That's their abbreviation.
Right.
They can go for hundreds of dollars.
Wow.
Some of them just go for around 20, which are the ones I usually find. And what they do is they give them away on the airlines in first class and business class, and they have liquor in them. So when you order a drink, you get them. And they became a collector's item, and people love them. It's got to say KLM on the bottom.
KLM, which is the airline. Okay.
Yep. Which is the way, I guess, they're the way they say it in their country.
And just scrolling through to see if there's any other kind of unusual Disney things or... Cleveland Indians, Santa Claus bringing gifts figure, desktop, baseball display.
Yeah.
$26.95.
Anything sports sells. Eventually, that'll sell as soon as September hits for Christmas.
And that's Christmas too, so that helps, right?
Yeah, it's got a dual collectible. You always look for dual collectibles.
Then you have a Rudolph over here, Red-Nosed Reindeer, Jack in the Box.
Yeah, that's not going to go for much money, but I thought it was cute.
Would you pick that up for a couple dollars, I guess?
Yeah, I wouldn't spend more than $2. That horse should go for like $30. Should.
Nice. Now is that the brand Primal Visions?
Yes, it's great. See that clock? If you go live again, I'll show. Well, I like doing this. That's fun.
Okay, let me stop sharing that. And we'll do that. Okay,
I don't even want to walk that far. Get out of breath.
Okay.
That clock is this clock. I was with Ann. I think it's 2 videos ago, Ann. Mm-hmm. This was $10, $9.99, and I listed it on eBay, and I got people interested in it at $450. It's called Imhoff is the maker. Imhoff.
Okay, I think I've heard of that.
Swiss clock. I love it. It's missing the face glass, but they're replaceable.
Oh, it is missing the face glass? Okay.
That sound is Chewbacca. Chewbacca just
you got Chewbacca back there. It's motion sensor.
He just went off. Shut up.
Sounds like my Amazon devices. I'm not gonna say the word, but Alexa. And then when I got a question for her, she doesn't understand me. But when I'm talking, she'll start interrupting me. It's like Alexa. No, stop. So I'm going to, Geno, since we're kind of hanging in there a little bit, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions I had for you. I did notice on your store you have free returns. Yeah. And I'm not going to go through the whole rigmarole and ask you totally about your store, and I noticed you're charging for shipping. So why don't you tell us a little bit how you run your eBay store?
Well, I do have free returns, and I don't get that many returns. They come in groups, though. All of a sudden, you go 3 months with no returns, and then boom, 3 people want a return. So now you lost the price of the item, the shipping, and now you got to pay for shipping back. So free returns is tough, but
that's your philosophy too, right? You're even if like a scammer or something, you always have them return the item.
You can tell if someone writes me a really nice letter, I got it, and but the finger was broken when it arrived, and they send me pictures, and they're really diligent. I'll let them keep it. But
Okay.
I don't want scammers to be around.
Exactly.
So I will take back most stuff and just eat the shipping on the way back.
So your experience has been with the free returns, and so haven't had a big problem with that?
You don't have a big problem with it. I don't anyway. But I wrap really well. So
yeah, did you want to get in that? Just can you do that, or is it kind of far for you to wrap it?
Talk to Ann for a minute. I'm out of breath.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
So I don't have free returns. However, I have refunded people whenever something was broken or that type of thing. I've tried to use the insurance through the post office. It's almost impossible to get that done. So I finally just gave up on that, and I just pretty much eat it but my items aren't expensive like Geno. He pays up for his items, and he sells a lot of more expensive items. I kind of have a budget. I'm around $5, and then, I once in a while I get lucky and I'll find something really good. Like whenever Dr. Seuss was banned, I actually had 4 books, Dr. Seuss books. And I got $100 each for them, so it's kind of my big story.
Wow! Now, did you sell them on eBay or on another platform?
On eBay. And
okay, but so you got them before they started pulling
right in the beginning, because they started kicking them off, and they even kicked one of mine off, and I put it back on. And I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble over it.
Well, okay, yeah, well, yeah, they do remove those things.
Harry, my wrapping days are over.
And then what was it? The Cleveland, I think it's Guardians now, right? They're not the Indians anymore.
No, and that's why I bought. Let's say that's up there too. I sold that. It was a bear, and it said the Redskins, and they're the Commanders now. So
right, I like calling the Washington football team. I think it kind of has a rhyme to it. I like to call them. I just call them the Washington football team, or WFT instead of yeah. But okay, no problem.
I do rap good, Harry, but I can't breathe today, so I can't rap.
Harry, he's got. You came in a little bit late. Geno's dealing with some breathing issues, so we're trying to get through this, and we have Geno come on another time. But so far, he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. If I start to cough too much, then I'll have to go. But
there is Ping G. Good to see you, my friend. Always appreciate you being here. And before I forget to mention this, guys, I kind of wanted to wait. There was mine. What's the saying? I usually know these sayings. Anyway, the reason I mentioned this late because I was hoping that people would stay in the video a little bit later. I did have a giveaway in my last show. I had Adam Record Crate on with talking about LPs and vinyl. So I told you guys there was the keyword you had to put in. So only 2 of you did it. Lisa C is a winner. And also, I believe it's pronounced Lindsay Diane. So I wanted to wait, so hopefully they'll stay to the end of it. I know Lisa C will be here, but Lindsay Diane, I believe, I don't know if she's a friend of Adam's or she's a new subscriber, but anyway, Lindsay Diane, reach out to me. All my contact information is in my description of the video. Reach out to me through Instagram or through my AdamsExploits@gmail.com, and we'll hook you up. Somehow we'll find out your shipping address. We'll hook you up with Adam Record Crate, and we'll get you an album. Lisa, you know how to contact me through Facebook or whatever, and just reach out to me and give me your information, and we'll make sure that Adam gets you an LP out. So again, guys, they were only the 2 people that followed the rules, so we don't even have to do a drawing. I had 2 albums to give away, so they're the winners. makes it easy.
And okay, move your ring light. You're reflecting.
Move it.
Yeah, it's
reflecting.
Can we turn
it off? Hold on.
Not off.
Just reflecting off your eyeglasses.
Oh, just move it off. Back.
Yeah, just hitting your eyeglasses. That's all.
Pro tip: I actually had one on a cocktail table, and I have it at a 45-degree angle. So if I look up, you'll see it, but it's pointing down and glaring off my forehead a little bit. Yes, yeah. Okay. You live and learn. Like I said, it's like my 150s live stream. So you live and learn. So I have a chandelier above me. I turned that off.
Good without it, but let me try.
I have a chandelier above me, and that was that is too dark. Yeah, it's too dark.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. I think you said, Ann, how long have you been thrifting now?
Well, I've been selling on eBay for about 2 years, but I've been thrifting all my life. My mom was a thrifter. She had really good taste. And I just came by it naturally. I used to take my kids to Goodwill. They get to pick out something, and some of the things my daughter left, she's grown now, I've been selling.
Okay.
And a lot of them are vintage and worth something. So
that's great. I mean, that way, and we always tell, newer sellers, find things around your house to sell, or ask your friends or relatives, you got anything you're getting rid of, or grab those and sell those, because then you don't have to invest a lot of money, and then you kind of take that money and invest that into your business.
Right.
See, and then me and Ann have two different philosophies on selling.
Okay.
I like to move things as fast as possible. Like, I was taught growing up, because I had a couple of businesses, that it's how often you flip your money is how much you're going to make. So, like, for example, if you have $100,000 in inventory and you flip that once a year and you work on 30% markup, you make 30 grand.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have 100 grand in inventory, the same 100, but you can flip it twice a year and only make 20%, you make 40 grand. So you're making 10,000 more than the guy who's asking too much, or I think too much. So what I like to do is just move it. Inventory is money. You don't want inventory. You want as least inventory as you can get.
Especially if you don't have it listed. I like to call it a cash pile. Some people call it a desk pile, but I like to call it a cash pile. With it not doing any good, like here, lined up all around me, inventory.
If it's sitting back there, it's not earning any money.
Exactly. And if you don't have it listed, you can't sell it.
That happens to be listed, but didn't sell
I'm saying myself. I'm guilty as charged. It's AdamsExploits has a lot of cash piles around.
But Geno literally, the day he buys it, he lists it every time. Every time.
If I buy 10 items, I list it that day.
That is a great philosophy to take, guys. If you can do that, that's a great philosophy. That is a pro tip. For some
reason, if you buy 10 items that day and you can only list 8, the next morning list the other 2. Be done with it. Forget about it.
Right.
And then move on.
Now, I know you have mostly hard goods, like you say. You try to stay away mainly from clothing.
Me? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy shoes now because it seems like everybody's making money on them.
Yeah, I saw that you had some kind of orthopedic type women's shoes listed.
Yeah, I just sold that thing that Facebook yelled at me for. That was a pair of nurses' shoes.
Oh, what did they? Oh, it was because you sold it on eBay and then you had it on Facebook.
I sold it on both places.
So that's something. You recall the brand?
Yeah, it was called Nurse Clara.
Okay.
I bought them. It was $6.99 at Goodwill in Leesburg, Florida.
Okay.
That's where I met Kathy. Not Ann, the Kathy that was in the.
Okay, that's in the chat, right?
And we sold for $40.
You met me there too.
I met her there. That's true.
Geno with 2 ladies out with him. Hi.
What can I do?
Were they in good shape, or did you have to clean them up a little bit?
The women or the shoes?
The women, Geno.
Oh, it's not in bad shape.
We're not talking about. I know better than to talk about women's shape. The shoes. How were the shoes?
In really good shape. I use just not Prel. Stuff dishwashing liquid and just wash the midsole off.
Dawn dishwashing detergent, right?
Yeah.
And you put a little magic eraser or something, I guess. You maybe just use a soft sponge.
OxyClean and all that stuff.
OxyClean I don't know what I call it $1.25 tree. I don't know what they call it now, but their brand is pretty good too.
Danny Mae's show, she was topless. So see, I'm getting around.
All right, we're gonna try to keep this PG, guys.
It's PG, guys. They always stay PG. Kathy's still here. Oh, see, I gave you a compliment, Kathy.
Oh, geez. Here's Craig, and it's the philosophy too. It says, I don't understand someone having 35,000 items in the store, and
most are under
$5 items. Yeah, less than $5.
I don't either.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you have say 400 or 500 or 600 items, and you turn them over quickly, like you said, from what I understand with you, is you prefer the fast nickel as opposed to the slow dime.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true, absolutely.
So if you
I'm the slow dime. I usually mark it up more than I want, so I can bring down and offers and 10% off and all that.
Kathy, I said you were cleaned up. You look great.
I don't know if we can sell to Kathy or not. I know I didn't.
I love Kathy. She's my biggest fan.
Oh my word! We don't want to lose your biggest fans,
No.
Okay, so like I said, you're kind of doing okay so far. So I'm probably jinx you now. I've already said that.
As long as I stay still, and I'm old. You're only supposed to use this a couple of times a day. I've used it about 5 since we've been talking.
Okay.
So I'm okay for that.
Okay.
Let's see if I talk too if I talk too much, I cough.
Okay. Did you want to talk?
What?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That'll last about a week, what I have now, and then it'll go away. Don't smoke, kids. It's called a flare-up, so an emphysema.
You had told me in our pre-chat you do very well with action figures and toys. Do you want to talk a little bit about action figures and toys and maybe what we can be on the lookout for? Bolos?
Yeah, Ann was there that day. I was at Goodwill in Mount Dora giveaway. It's not secrets, they're all Goodwills. And I picked up these action figures for $5 a whole bag. They were Thundercats. I got them home, and I have a roommate. I said to my roommate, I'm going to list these for $100. That's a lot. You've only paid $5 on bid. My roommate said, no. Just let's, get the money. So Ann said the same thing. Just take the money.
I was wrong.
So I got 2 offers for $100 because they were on bid, and I said no, and I ended up selling for $350. Thundercats, the whole 1985 Thundercats, about that big. The action figures.
I should learn that. Like I said earlier, when I was in that thrift store and I wasn't finding anything, I saw several people walking around with they had made combo, I guess, like gallon bags, the Ziploc bags with a bunch of toys in them. But I didn't really play with those kind of toys. I grew up in like the 60s and early 70s, and I had like Tonka toys and that kind of stuff. And I was out in the street, or I have a little park down the street.
Right.
I'm back in the home I grew up in. I always tell people, and everybody criticizes me because I say I'm moving to Delaware. It says, Adam, you've been saying that for 3 years. Well, there's some extenuating circumstances, but anyway. So I was always outside playing. I don't know all these little toys.
No, I was always out. Like I said, play baseball, play football, do something. You're always outside.
Take care, Marianne. Thanks for stopping in.
What?
Marianne, I posted on the screen here. I don't know if that's a friend of yours. She's new to the channel. So, Marianne, if you can, consider subscribing. I think I have some pretty good content on this channel. At least I try.
Goodbye, Mary. Don't leave yet, Mary.
And I had told Geno this, and I usually tell all my guests, and I repeat this occasionally on my chat. I come from a family of school teachers as well.
Oh, so, you do? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
who teaches?
Well, my mother was a teacher. My father was a teacher, and that's how they met. But my father had early onset Parkinson's, like Michael J. Fox. Oh. And I live right outside of Philadelphia in South Jersey, right across the bridge from the historic district. And my father was the first one in his family to go to college, so they were big on going to college. So and my father was sick from the time I was about 8 or 9. And back in the day, he was working 2 jobs when he could, because teachers didn't get paid very much, and my mother was raising us. And that's kind of the reason I got involved in reselling, because I have a lot of health issues, and I ended up tearing my Achilles, and it was like a gradual tear. It wasn't like a rupture. And I was working in wholesale wine and liquor sales, and then things happened there, and I had to go back into the retail trade, and I was a glorified clerk, which with 20 years experience and a college degree, so I was kind of very underpaid, and I ended up tearing my Achilles, and then I went out, and I was like, I can't do this much more, let me rest. I did rehab, and yada, 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 never got better. So my mother, being basically a single parent, my father being sick, she wasn't a thrifter, but she was a value shopper. So she would call it like Marshall's, or she would call it like, what's the other one? Like we went to the Burlington Coat Factory, so we went to all those like discount kind of places. Mm-hmm. So we would shop clearance, or as if Johnny comes in the chat, he calls it Clarence. We would shop clearance. Mm-hmm. So the Burlington Coat Factory was actually founded in Burlington, New Jersey, which you might know Burlington, but their original location is no longer there. But I would go to the Burlington Coat Factory, and back in the day they had a lot of clearance things, and I would do well. And I used to do retail arbitrage at Ross. So basically what I'm saying to you is my mother taught me the value of buying clearance and getting deals.
Bargain hunting.
Right. So what happened was when I couldn't work my job anymore, and of course the retailer didn't want to pay the insurance claim for my workman's comp, so I had like nothing coming in. So it's like I got to do something. Then I thought, well, my mother was a bargain hunter, so we got involved in that. So I did that, and she was a school teacher. My father was a school teacher, and I have a sister who unfortunately doesn't talk to me, but she's a school teacher as well.
What did they teach, or what did they teach?
They all taught elementary.
Elementary.
My mother was like a mother hen. So she taught first grade for probably 20 years, and then at the end of her career, she taught kindergarten. I think she was in fourth grade for 1 or 2 years, and that didn't go well. Like I said, she's a mother hen, so she did first grade and kindergarten mostly.
And where did you go to college, and what did you study?
I went to Rutgers University, which was a state university for New Jersey, and I've shared this on the channel. My parents were very thankful that I was able to help with my father, and they kind of felt bad for me that I couldn't go away to college because they needed me to help with my father, because with Parkinson's I had to help lift him up out of chairs and help him get into bed, and it was difficult, but I mean, it is what it is. So I was very fortunate. We had a friend of the family that was involved with a big automobile dealership chain, and they basically went up there and said, Adam, get whatever you want, buy one of these Plymouth, this type of model. Get whatever you want. We'll pay for it, and you just have to pay the insurance and gas.
Nice.
So that's kind of how I got. And then a friend of my uncle was working at a liquor store, so I got involved in working at a liquor store. So that's what I knew. And when I graduated, there were so many. I studied business, by the way, business and accounting. I don't really know accounting because I didn't use accounting, but it was a business major. So it's like, okay, well, I know the liquor and wine business. I did that for like over 30 years. That I was in that, and then I left, and I came back, and so the rest is history. But the reason I do this channel, long story long, is that I come from a family of school teachers. So I'm appreciative of the other YouTube channels where I've learned things, such as Geno's channels, and most of the people that know me know I used to moderate for Casey the Rockstar Flipper for several years. I learned a lot from him. I watched Pete Craigslist Hunter. So I'm a big fan of giving back to the community. I would send them super chats. I would buy their merchandise. I would maybe send them a gift. I'm a big believer of taking care of the people that have helped me learn reselling. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. I'm not monetized, so I don't really make any money, but I do have buy me a cup of coffee, those type of things. So, but again, I like to give back to the community. That's kind of how I was raised.
And are you still reselling?
I'm reselling. Yes, I do that part time. I really have to ramp up my business. Back in the day, I used to follow like Lindsey Glenn, and I used to follow Prof Sales, and they were all about, get jeans, you get it for $1 or $2. So, and then what happened was I had the wrong styles, and then so basically they're not selling. I pulled most of my jeans out of my store. So I have some hard goods. I've been trying to pick up more hard goods now. So I was telling Geno I have issues like shipping fragile things. I'm nervous about doing that. So I pick things up at yard sales. I do some retail arbitrage. I did some OA online arbitrage last week. I bought some Birkenstock. I found a deal online. I bought some Birkenstock sandals. So again, they're easy to list. I mean, I'm going to get those listed probably tomorrow. They just came in the other day, but again, they're not doing me any good sitting here and not listed.
Right.
But yeah, so I do reselling part time.
Get a lot of bubble wrap.
Oh, we love bubble wrap.
Oh my God, I have. Half my garage is full of bubble wrap. There's two in here. You get 700 foot at a time, and there's some in my bedroom. I have the thin kind and the heavier, the bigger one.
Right.
And I go through most of them in 2 months. They'll all be gone at the reorder.
Now, do you buy that locally, or do you buy it from Uline, or where do you get your supplies?
I buy it through eBay.
Oh, you buy it through eBay?
It doesn't seem cheap for me, so I don't buy it.
You buy bubble wrap as well? You don't buy bubble wrap from eBay?
Yeah.
Oh, you do buy it? Okay. You buy it on eBay. You're not buying from eBay. You buy it on eBay.
I buy it on eBay, but also you get that 20. I have a business, the business.
Yeah. If you buy, you buy like boxes or tape, right? Mm-hmm. Right. You get the $25. Well, at least I.
Yeah, and then I put up 25 and double it, and you get a lot of bubble wrap.
Okay. So you had told me when you ship, and those of you that know, Sharon used to be my moderator, and Sharon is no longer my moderator for whatever reason. But she's my moderator, but she's not here. So I don't know if Sharon watches the replays or whatever. But she ships a lot of fragile things out, and she actually had on her. She has her own web page, and she listed different things she uses to ship fragile goods. And she's a big fan of the larger bubble wrap.
There's Pikachu, Rosie. I'm reading the chat too while you're talking.
Okay, that's fine.
I love the large bubble wrap. That's my favorite.
one of the tips that she said, and I went back and I was telling Geno I inadvertently deleted something. It wasn't important, but I'm a thrifter. I'm frugal, so I don't use Microsoft Word or Office or whatever. I use Google because it's free. so anyway, I had something on my Google, and I was telling Geno I was trying to promote the show on Johnny's channel. I was posting links, and somehow I deleted my whole document or whatever. So that's another story. So I was going back on my other Gmail account, and I came across Sharon's how she ships.
Hi, Robo.
And I was trying to talk with Geno as far as how he ships fragile goods. And you say you double box, correct? Typically when it's something fragile.
If it's expensive enough, I'll double box. But
how would you ship something like this? And I'm hesitant, and I only have a few dollars in this. I think I showed you this before.
Yeah, that I wouldn't buy that, but yeah, I'll show you.
I got like $3. I got like $3. I think they're, and I forgot I researched. I think they're about 15-ish.
The big thing with like plates and stuff, if you wrap enough bubble wrap, that's okay. But if you put it in a box where it's squished down, when it gets to the post office, they're just throwing it around and throwing stuff on top. You could have 50 pounds on top of that. So you got to get a box that you at least have that much on each side.
Right.
So it might cost you
several inches on each side and just bubble wrap it really heavily.
And then it'll get there, okay?
So if you sell something, and I got the cough. It's contagious. Excuse me.
Yeah,
I would double box it, just because I've lost too many.
You want dressing me with your eyes again?
I'm sorry, Geno. You said what?
I was talking to Danny.
Okay. So Ann, you said you would double box that. Again,
yeah, I would.
It's not going to add a lot of weight. I guess it'll probably add a few ounces.
I've never had anything break that's double boxed.
And do you use a box resizer? I have a video out on that.
I wish I did. I wish I had one. Tell them about it.
You know what they are, Adam?
Yes, I do. You have one handy?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay. Here we're gonna get a pro tip from Geno how he uses a box resizer. And some of them are better than others too. I mean, I don't typically use them, but I do Frankenbox some things. So yes. we'll have Geno, when you take a box and resize it or whatever. Let me put Geno on full screen here.
Yeah, this is a box resizer. It saves you a fortune because you get charged by the size of something.
Yes.
Also. If you got a box that's 12 inches too big, you can move this around, and then how do I explain it without showing you on the box? But you put it down the side of the box, and as you move it this way, and as you move it along, it'll perforate the box, and you go around all four sides. Then you cut down to the perforation, and you fold the box over. Now the box is the exact size you need. These are really cool, and they're only like $3 on eBay, and you can for like 12 inches. You can save. I use it a lot.
Yeah, I should probably invest in that, and you're probably right too, Anna. I don't want to think the thing to get broken, but it's like, do I really want to double box something? I'm going to get $13-14 for it. But
I know.
And I have a video on how to use these guys if you want to go see it. It's a short video, like 2 minutes.
Okay, so just a reminder, guys, I do have Geno's YouTube channel, and I have his eBay store listed in the description section of the video. So if you're not subscribed to Geno, he has a lot of good content. So you guys definitely want to check that out.
Like I said, if you like to thrift, you like to make money, and you like to laugh, come to my channel. You'll have fun.
Okay. I'm just going to ask one or two more questions, and then we'll move along. I appreciate you kind of hanging in there when you're struggling a little bit with your health here.
Yes, thank you.
We talked about Google Lenses. I always like to ask my guests if there's anything unusual or apps or things that they use that help their business. We talked about Google Lens. Why don't you just give me, if you recall, I did send this to you, so hopefully you kind of thought about it a little bit. What was your best flip, your biggest flip, dollars, percentage-wise? Do you recall anything that you really did very well with?
Well, I told the story before, but it was when I was doing Storage Wars, so that counts, right? That's what you're
that'll count. Sure, absolutely. Yeah. So that was the one. You want to repeat it?
What?
Because I had people pop in the chat all different times. Just want to repeat that, how you did?
I bought a storage room for, I think it was $150 or $175. And inside was these Seminole Indian dresses, handmade. that they use in parades.
Mm-hmm.
There was 100 of them. So the girl, obviously, that was her job.
Right.
And I ended up bringing them back to the Seminole Indian tribe, and they gave me $5,000 for the dresses.
Wow.
And I paid $150.
Paid $150 for the locker, including everything?
That was nice.
And because this is like the icing on the cake, there was jewelry in there, and I got $2,000 for the jewelry. So that was my biggest score ever in the storage room. And Goodwill's never come close to that. I've gotten $300 deals, $400 deals, but never that. Danny, don't leave.
Danny, I do have Geno's link in the description, and Crystal had posted Ann's earlier, but once the video uploads, Ann, I will definitely put in your YouTube channel in the description.
Thank
so,
you.
guys, Crystal, if you can pop Ann's in again, I would appreciate it, but I will post it in the video description when it uploads. So, Geno, I appreciate hanging in there, my friend. Why don't you just repeat a little bit about what your YouTube channel is about, and then we'll call it a night, so to speak.
I think that's good. I enjoyed being here, though. That's for sure.
I appreciate that. So, okay, so basically you do a lot of thrift alongs, what you call them, and you try to involve humor.
Ride-alongs with humor. But what I do with my ride-alongs is I kind of make it like you're in the car with me. Like if you're a subscriber, you get to sit in the front seat. If you're a non-subscriber, you got to sit in the back.
Yeah, sit in the back seat, okay.
Yeah, and I make it, like an interactive where you drive with me. And that's what I think I do unique that other people don't do. And now I have Ann as a sidekick. I didn't have one. And she's really good.
So, guys, I'm sure most of you are subscribed to Geno's channel already. If you're not, please consider doing so. And again, I listed it in the
My old
description
hippie
section
girl,
of the
bye,
video.
Joan.
Geno has a lot of fans in the chat, so I'm sure you're all subscribed. So I just want to share something with you guys, and then we'll call it a night, so to speak. So again, guys, I tell you earlier in the channel chat, I'm not monetizing this channel. So if you are getting some value, please consider help me offset some of the costs. I have Buy Me a Cup of Coffee, PayPal, Cash App, and I also have a link to Randy website where he sells candy, coffee, tea, and spices on his website. So if you guys, there's some great values there and some really neat product, and if you want some gourmet coffee or some unusual old-fashioned candies, check out Randy's website. It's facings.com. It's in the link. And if you're kind enough to register and put an AE next to your name when you register, Randy will take care of me. So no cost to you guys. So again, I want to thank everyone for their time. I can say time is your most valuable asset. So I'd like to thank Geno and Ann for their time, and also those of you that are here in the live and watching the replay. If you can, please consider leaving a thumbs up, subscribing, and turning notifications on. It would be greatly appreciated.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
We shall return next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Good night, Kathy. Good night,
Rosie. See you there. Good night, all. Take care.
Good night, all. Okay. Bye-bye.